Welcome to the Federal. Today in our studios we have with us Mr. Nedunjezhayan, who is an educational consultant and also an educational counselor. We will be talking about NEET. Thank you, Mr. Nedunjezhayan.
Thank you.
People in general are very happy about Tamil Nadu's overall performance in NEET this year. The data says almost 59,385 people qualified, which is about 49%, and it's about 9% better than last year. Do you think Tamil Nadu has really improved?
No, definitely not, because statistically the data what they have provided is just given that how many of them are qualified for the NEET. It doesn't mean they will get a confirmed seat in medical seat in the Tamil Nadu government, because what is the cutoff range what they are given for this year is basically 134 out of 720.
That's 18%.
Yeah, that's 18.6%, and 18.6% you are eligible to get a seat. And if somebody getting a good mark, okay, the top mark out of the 55,000 whatever you mentioned it, we never knew how many of them got above 600, how many of them got above 550 or 500, and what is the category they belong, and how many of them on the same category above the ranking is available. Because in 2013 when the All India NEET was introduced, that particular year the examination conducting authority CBSE was giving the results. What is your All India ranking? What is your All India category ranking? What is your Tamil Nadu ranking? And what is your Tamil Nadu category ranking? All this detail will be given to the students and parents. Then once you are getting the result on that particular day, then you knew that where you stand. For this 3,000 seats available in Tamil Nadu, we are giving a ranking of 55,000, which is not correct. And you need to give them the status based on the category. And if I fall to this AC category, then what is my cutoff? Then I should know what is my category, how many of them above my ranking is there. And we knew the total number of seats is approximately 3,000. Then the reservation for AC is 18%. Then they can calculate. And how many of them will go to general category, how many of them will be in the above my ranking, whether I get a medicine or not. Now we are giving an aspiration for the students who got 18% and they can get they are NEET qualified, which is a wrong information. And National Testing Authority should give a proper information for the students, because once if they should be clear with the ranking, then the child will be deciding much faster whether I can need to wait for medical or I can move to the other courses. Here we are not disseminating the proper information for the students and parents.
So in other words, what you're saying is for about 3,000 seats, 20 times or about 59,000 people are being given this. So you're saying to 59,000 people you're qualified, and from 59,000, 3,000 of you are going to get these seats. Am I correct?
Correct, because this a government seats is only 3,000, and it's a private national level competition. It's not that, and the private seats are very hardly, again the numbers are very less. And whereas even if you calculate with 3,000 or 4,000 seats are available, give them a ranking up to 12,000 or 15,000. Don't stretch it to 55,000. Okay, if you are giving more 55,000, then you should be category wise, you should give a ranking. Okay, if it is a general category, I will give a 3 times of the ranking of that. That means if somebody having 400 marks, he has not got medical seat in a government medical college, he is going through the government channel, he is going for a private medical college, and if he does, he can't afford for this whatever the money claimed by the 4 lakhs and designated by the Tamil Nadu government, then he has to refuse the seat, and somebody with the lower marks, if he has the money, he will take that particular seat.
These preparatory classes and these coaching classes for these
now it's becoming a more commercial, because now we are asking them to repeat one more year, then again the student have to spend more money, and it's a lot of pressure on the children, because the dad is spending lot of money, he will expect the results from the student. If he is not getting the results, he will scold the students. Again, he is not having a peace. I am looking from the student perspective. You go into the class also will bifurcate them. You are not getting a good ranking, they will put them in middle class. The parent would have paid the money well in advance, then the child will be completely demotivated. Then his learning process the real learning process will come down. So then the child happiness will go, and they are not giving any other activities beyond only preparing. Repeat courses means only sitting in the classroom for 8 to 10 hours and only studying, no sports, nothing, no mind relaxation. Then the child naturally will get into pressure. Then we will find more number of children are taking wrong decisions, which is not correct. So we need to treat them as students, and we need to give them every opportunity to just perform in a very good environment. And we should not vindicate other people who got good merit and only by forcing them to mug up all these things, competing for all the national, because in botany and zoology nothing can be changed, either in human physiology or in plant physiology. So again, only mugging up is not going to help them in biology and physics, chemistry also. But what we request them, in every parent, please look beyond medicine and everything. There are plenty of opportunities. Don't restrict yourself to only medicine, where you are competing for 60,000 seats. You are competing with 14 lakh children, where there are so many other entrance examinations where the competition is very less. Even though 1.25 crore is eligible, hardly 10,000, 15,000 is the competition ratio. We are not looking beyond this engineering and medicine. And now every discipline is important, because if you look into the national statistics of the global young age population, India's median age is 28.1, and if you take into other consideration, China is 37.7. These children are mainly for the global workforce. So we need to give them a quality education. We should ensure that they get a proper education to travel abroad and pursue their masters in abroad. Otherwise, other countries are watching us very carefully. I am more worried about if tomorrow already the China is basically the higher education. A lot of people, they are not allowed to get a visa to pursue higher education in US. Tomorrow, if they put the same ban for India, then our children will be completely in crossroads. So my worry is we need to have a transparent admission process and transparent in education manner. Education, we should not compromise on the quality.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Niranjan. Thank you, and you're watching The Federal.